Welcome to Fall Ritual Haunted Attraction Video Reviews 2022. Today I want to talk about Scream Mountain in Springmount, PA. This place was this was the first year going out. This place has technically two, but really three attractions, things you can do. It's a trail, a hayride, and a chairlift, which is a very, very unique experience at a haunt. I'm pretty sure this is probably the only place in the country doing this, at least that I know of. You can do just a hayride, that is $22, or you can do all of it for an additional $8, so it'd be $30 to do everything. They do have a VIP upgrade. They do also have a military discount, so if you're an active military, mention that and get that discount. They do have a pretty nice sized parking lot when you first get there. If you get there early enough, the parking lot is pretty close to the ticket booth. You don't have to really walk a mile to like most places. I'm not sure if you can buy your tickets online, but you can, get them at the ticket booth. I do believe they accept cash and card at the ticket booth. The very first thing you do after you get your ticket is go on the chairlift. Now, I think this is probably like the thing I was the most excited for to do, because I've probably been on a chairlift maybe once or twice in my life. I've definitely never been on a chairlift at a haunt. So I was really excited to experience this. So right off the bat, if if you have a fear of heights, if you're afraid of heights, this is going to be very nerve-wracking just to start off. And there was one point, I went with John from the Haunt Informer. I leaned over and I was like, this is kind of freaking me out. You don't realize how high you are until not necessarily when you look down, but when you look behind you and you see like the little entertainment area and ticket booth, you're like, we're pretty high up here. It's also unique in the sense that a certain part is kind of like looking over the trail. So if you're not the first group, if you're a couple groups behind, you can almost see people going through the trail, which is really cool. When you get a little closer to where they drop you off, there are a couple actors below you trying to grab at your sneakers and your shoes and your feet and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. They do that. When you get off that chairlift, the first thing you're going to do is the trail. Like I said, you can do just a hayride and you'll avoid the chairlift and the trail, but I highly recommend experience everything they have here. So the trail, the actors in here are, first of all, you'll see no licensed characters, none. No Michael Myers, no Jason, no Freddy, no Pennywise, nothing. These are all original and unique characters that these actors have created. And I mean, they create the characters, they get into the character, they stay in character, don't break it, and they'll do anything possible to scare you. We got an opportunity, me and John, to talk to a couple of the actors beforehand. And the common goal, it seems, by some of the actors for the night was to make people pee their pants. And after going through it, I got to imagine they accomplished that on a nightly basis. This is a pretty intense trail. Also, what is so unique and original about this, you're not going to see any clowns, no asylum, no zombies, no toxic waste, anything like that. This is 100% original and unique. Um, there are actors everywhere in this trail. I mean, on the ground, above you, around corners, under things, just coming out of everywhere. I mean, I'm telling you, I did jump a few times because I was not expecting an actor to be there. This is a place that uses very little animatronics too. They rely heavily on actors, which is great to see. Um, I don't want to talk too much about the scenes. I don't want to give anything away, but there's one thing I do want to mention that, again, this is how original and unique this place is. They do have kind of like a laser swamp, but instead of using a green light, they use a red light underneath it. And I'm not sure what the effect they were going for. The effect I got, if you want to know what the effect I got and what I experienced, you can message me on Instagram at Fall Ritual. I will tell you what I think I got out of this scene. Whether or not they were going for that, not sure, but it is unique. I've never seen a red light, like a red swamp area. It's always usually green. Um, but what they were doing there was really awesome with that red light. But like I said, if you want to know what I think of what I experienced, uh, send me a message on Instagram at Fall Ritual, and I will let you know. Um, the ending is very fun. Like I said, I went with John from the Haunt Informer. Um, Towards the end, like the last scene, he was having trouble finding the exit. He couldn't find the door, which I thought was pretty funny. And you're also going to experience a very intense actor at that last scene. So him trying to find the door and experience this was pretty good. Once you get through the trail, you are going to descend down a very steep hill. I mean, it's like it's the mountain you're going down. Um, I do not recommend anyone running down this hill. We were talking. It was like me and John were talking. It's a good thing there was no chainsaw actor there because you know how chainsaw actors love to chase people. I do not recommend running down this hill. It is very steep. I do recommend wearing comfortable sneakers, something you don't mind getting dirty, just something that you're going to be able to get down this side of the mountain pretty easily. Um, After the trail, you're going to do the Hayride. I'm 100% honest in my reviews. I never sugarcoat anything. I never like beat around the bush when it comes to stuff. I'm 100% honest and real. This hayride was one of the most intense and brutal hayrides I've ever been on. And I've been on a lot. And I've never seen anything like this. The hayride, it is a bench. It's a wooden bench. There is no hay. There's probably, there's a reason for that, I'm sure, especially in one of the scenes. Um, Again, this hayride, no clowns, no asylum, no zombies, no toxic waste. The whole thing follows this one common theme of like this old west town and like a mining town that just carries throughout the whole thing. The terrain of this hayride is pretty rough. Um, Probably another reason why you can't sit down in hay or have your feet hang off the edge or anything like that. It is rough. You're going up a hill, you're going down a hill, you're going over like some rocky areas. You are like, I was wondering why we were like almost like sardine canned. I mean, you become close to your neighbor pretty quick. You know, you're going to get pushed into them. You slide one way, slide the other. But I gotta imagine because this terrain is so rough that, you know, you gotta be kind of like packed together. So a few scenes, again, I don't want to give anything away, but there were some very, very original, unique stuff. Like the very first scene you're going to see is a barber shop, which I've never seen before. Um, there's a cemetery scene, which you're probably thinking, well, every hayride's got a cemetery scene, but nothing like this. I've seen a lot of cemetery scenes through a trail, through a hayride, but I've never seen one. Let's just say they use fire in it, which the way they do it is unbelievable. So it's definitely and that's always a great thing when you go to a haunt and go on hayride. It's like, oh, here's a cemetery scene, but to see something completely different, always great to see. Um, there is a mine shaft scene that will blow you away, literally. I've never felt so much wind before, to the point I almost had to like hold on to my hat. Probably another reason why they can't have hay. If they had hay on this hayride, it would be flying everywhere. But that was an original, unique scene. Again, not going to give it away. Just a lot of wind going on there. Um, I've also I've seen hayride actors, you know, obviously hayride actors hop on the wagon. They actually put like a little chain thing there, so I'm like, there's no actors that are going to be like on the hayride. It's just around the side. But no, actors will get in the center of the wagon. I I've seen actors go like halfway to another scene, you know, just ride it out and then just run back. I've never seen actors from one scene take that wagon all the way to the next scene and incorporate the other scene into what you just saw with the actors. There's a point where a shotgun goes off and some girl on our cart was like, did someone just get shot? It's complete madness of what's going on in this hayride. There's actors throwing things to other actors. Look closely to what they were throwing. I had to find out later what was actually being thrown, and it just sounds like complete insanity of what is being thrown. I've seen things get thrown, but not this particular item. So if you can pay attention to what's being thrown, um, I I gotta talk about these actors. These actors on the hayride were, again, it's just intense and brutal. And I've seen actors give it their all on hay rides and on trails and stuff, but I've never seen anything like this. Um, the first two actors you're going to encounter in that barber shop scene, shout out to the demon barber and the butcher, set the whole tone for what you're about ready to witness on that hayride. I just can't imagine like the intensity that these guys bring to this. It literally just like sets the tone. You're going to be exhausted once you get done this hayride from just sitting there and just seeing these actors go nuts. Um, the last scene you're going to get to is an infirmary scene. I've never witnessed anything like this before. Like I said, I've been on many hayrides. I know actors, I've heard of actors feeding off of, you know, the group of people on the wagon. I've heard actors feeding off each other. I've never seen actors almost competing each other or like trying to like be the center of attention and competing with each other in like some bizarre competition. Um, this scene, there's like animatronics going off. Again, very little animatronics at this place, but when they're used good. So you got one side animatronics. You got another side, this actor is just falling onto the ground, like throwing themselves onto the ground. You have actors on the cart almost like climbing over and crawling and just grabbing at each other. It's like, it was like a three-ring circus of chaos and madness. I've never seen anything like it. That's the last scene you're gonna go through. You're gonna be completely exhausted by the time you get done this thing, and you're like just gonna think, "What the hell did I just walk or just sit through and watch?" Um, Unbelievable job by all the actors in the trail on the hayride. This is a place you have to experience. You have to go out and see this because they are doing stuff I've never seen done anywhere. Starting with the chairlift, which I've never done, which I've never even seen, to the most intense hayride I've ever seen. Once you get done, there is kind of like an entertainment area. They do have a food stand. They had a fire pit going. They had benches to sit on. They had a band playing. I usually don't talk about like porta potties or restrooms or anything like that unless if they're like really in a stupid area. But this place had real bathrooms, which was nice. It's always great to go to a haunt and there's actual real bathrooms and you can use like real soap and water. They do have some photo ops. I definitely saw people taking pictures outside like the photo booth area. What I would like to see more from this place is a bigger social media presence, maybe an actor or two in that entertainment area, just so people can take pictures with actors and post them on social media. And I would love to see merch. I would love to get a t-shirt from this place. But other than that, this place just blew my mind. I never witnessed anything like this. This is, I believe, their 14th year doing this, and I would just love to see this haunt get bigger and bigger. Check them out. Spring Mountain, PA, Scream Mountain, what they're doing out there is just some of the craziest stuff I've ever seen. Thank you to all the actors we got to meet and talk to, and manager John. Just everyone out there was just doing a phenomenal job. Please like this video. Please share it. Get the word out. Get the word out about this place. And just spread the word about it. Just go out, check it out, see what they're doing. Please like and subscribe. You can find me on Instagram at Fall Ritual. Again, if you want to know what's going on with that red light at the swamp, shoot me a message. But thank you for watching. Go check them out. Scream Mountain.